in Nashville. And Mr. Zirker, let's see if we can talk in terms of some of the solutions, in terms of some of the issues that we've already talked about. How do you see it from your perspective?
Good. Well, this is a booming town. This is an city. The revision of this city with all the major developments is here. They have a 25-year plan. The East Bank in itself, they're talking about 12,000 units. This is a whole lot of major development. There's no, if you look at the builders, the contractors, the construction workers, you don't see certain folk out there that are carpenters, plumbers, roofers, bricklayers, all the things that it take to build a house. You go around this town and you'll see that there's discriminatory faces. When I was coming up, they had high schools where it was, you came to school mandatory, but you could go to shop. You could learn how to be a plumber, learn how to do these other things. One of the solutions is to get back into some of that. They've got a thing where maybe you go to Job Corps through Martha O'Brien. I think that's one solution of it, but it needs to be a bigger thing. OIC you mentioned earlier, I was a product of OIC. I became a welder and a first-class welder overall, but that's a solution. One of the other problems when it comes to new development, and there's no new development for poor folk, if you look around this city, with all these crane, I'll call it Crane City, with all the cranes that are going up for hotels and for all this new development, but there's no revenue, or should we say crumbs from the master's table that could trickle down in 2% or 3% that would help support new development for poor folk. This real estate here in the city is booming, and so the greed is preventing our new mayor, who was commissioner over the homeless for a spell before she became my mayor. I've shared with her my concerns, but they would spend so many $1 million on a sidewalk because of a child who mother put a little posting on it saying we need better sidewalks. They jumped right on that. When they talk about better schools, and even a superintendent, that they're willing to pay from $160,000 to $380,000 for a new superintendent. All these things are part of that rezoning and all things, but the solution still has to be for the least of these, because that's the Christian way, and in God we trust, and so